Hey guys, Chris back with you for another video. And if you can see me and hear me, let me know in the comments below. All right, so let's see, it's been almost a week since I did a live video here. Wow, a whole week. Can you believe it? Yeah, I bet you're surprised because I'm surprised. So if you right now are interested in asking me questions, if you are a teacher and you are watching this video, then that's what I'm here for. I am here to answer your questions. All right, I see we have some people liking this video. That's good, that's good. I like it when you like it. All right, so we have Lorena Nath, Danya, Gorbai. Hey guys, how are you doing? Thanks for joining us for this free video, this live video right now. And keep those likes coming. I see those likes happening. Keep the likes coming. I love the likes. I like them so much that I love them. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Hi, Simona. Hi. Great. Yep. And write your comments. Ask your questions. That's why I'm doing this video. Great. Let's see. She says, I like the page. That's awesome. Yeah. And if you want to see other pages, you can go to the description of this video and you can find my pages where I teach English. So, okay, Catalina says, hi from Mexico City. Ida says, hi, how are you doing? Isabella says, hello from Brazil. Wow, lots of people here today. So, okay, well, the purpose of this video is to answer your questions. So if you have questions about studying English, if you have questions about teaching English, then write your questions in the comments. And before we get started, before I start answering your questions, I need to make two announcements to tell you two pieces of information. The first piece of information is that if you want to study English with me, you can study with me for $5 a month. Only $5. So if you want to get more information about that, just click the video. In the video description, there's a link. Or you can send me a message. Just send me a message and write $5. And I'll tell you how you can join our course for $5. And you can study with me for $5 every month. Yeah, I think it's a good price. What do you think? So my second piece of information, my second announcement today, is that if you are a teacher, I want to show you how to make money teaching languages online. And I have a special program for that. So I have a free training program for any teacher who wants to learn how to make money teaching online and not working for a company, just teaching on your own. So if you're a teacher and you like that idea, then you can send me a message or you can click the link in the video description. Okay, so those are my two announcements. Now I'm going to go to your questions, and I see there's some questions already. Gorbai wrote an interesting question. What's your favorite book? I see a lot on the shelves. Yeah, so let's see. Well, I like psychology. So for example, we've got this one, like Creative Process in Gestalt Therapy. That's one that is interesting. There's a lot of different books here. There's, let's see, Body-Centered Psychotherapy. That's a good one. Great. Okay, let's see, what else is there? There's a lot of books here. And, you know, if you don't like psychology, then there's other stuff like, I mean, there's Plato. Philosophy is good. I like that. And let's see, there's a lot. Yeah. Like, what about the Illustrated Guide to Buddhism? There you go. All right. So, I see some more questions coming in. More questions. Hello from Peru. Hello from Brazil. Hello, hello. Hey, guys. How you doing? Thanks for joining today for this live video. All right. Let's see. Walid writes, what do we do if we don't have a credit card? Well, you can join with a credit card or with PayPal. Yeah, just send me a message and I'll help you. All right, Pavlin writes, what is the first thing to teach a beginner, the best way to start? All right, well, you know, most languages that have the verb to be start from the verb to be, but also a lot of languages start from pronouns. So, you know, I, you, he, she, those kinds of things. But honestly, one of the most important things to do is to start by creating the atmosphere of speaking the language. So what I mean is that a lot of teachers, when they start teaching someone, they just go in and they speak, you know, a different language, the first language of the student, and that's it. And they explain and explain and explain, and they do this in maybe an abstract way. And it's hard for the students to switch and to start understanding that they need to think in a different language. They need to change the context. So changing the context, creating that language, creating a relationship in that language is one of the most important things to do from the very beginning. Patricia writes, hi from Brazil. Hi. Monowara writes, teaching is not a business. Well, it can be. I have a teaching business. I have a language center in Russia that I started in 2011, and it still works today. And we have teachers who work for us from the United States and from different countries. And so teaching is a business. And if you go anywhere in the world, you can see that there are lots of teaching businesses. Universities are teaching businesses. So you're right that teaching shouldn't be like that kind of business, right? Because teaching needs to be a different kind of business. A lot of businesses want to find customers who use the product again and again and keep paying and paying, right? That's not what a teaching business should be. A teaching business should help someone get a result, and then they should be free. They should have the result they want. They should know how to speak the language, and they shouldn't need to, you know, continue to study and study forever, right? I think that's what you're talking about. Okay, Gorbai writes, nice books. Thanks. Louise writes, what's the best path to lose a strong foreign accent? Great question, Louise. Well, I actually have a special course for that. It's called English Hacks. You can find it on my website. And it's for pronunciation and speaking and to sound like a native speaker. So, Louise, the real answer to your question is that you don't need to lose your accent. You need to add on a new accent. All right? That's one of the things that a lot of people think, that they need to lose their accent or reduce or take away their accent. What really needs to happen is they need to add a new accent, because you're learning new sounds. You're not forgetting old sounds. Okay? Let's see. Luciana writes, teach me present perfect. Oh, that's big. That's a long time. That'll take a long time. But if we have time, I'll come back to it later, okay? Send me a message and I'll send you some of my YouTube videos where I explain this. Yeah, so guys, anybody who's watching right now, if you're a student and you want free English lessons online, I have over 500 videos. I think almost 530 videos on my YouTube channel. So actually, I'll just open up the link right now, and here it is. And I'll share the link in the comments with you guys right now. Okay, I'm gonna write it in the comments, and there it is. Okay, so now you can just click this link, and you will see my YouTube channel. Alrighty, great. Okay, so let's see. I see another one. Say hello for me. Hello. Say hello from Armenia. Hello from Azerbaijan. Great, great, great. Okay, guys. So there's another question here. How many times do I get to study with you if I take the course? So I think you're talking about you can study with me for $5 a month, right? And for $5, what you get is you get a video, you get a lesson about an opinion, a lesson about an important type of question. You get a worksheet, a quiz, a video response, and a live lesson where you can speak back and forth with me. And you can go to the website and you can see what all of this course looks like. All right. So I see another question here. Patricia is writing, what's the computer program that you use for teaching English? I use all computer programs. Any program I can find, I try to use it. So if you're interested in teaching people English online or any language, if you teach Spanish, if you teach French, Russian, Ukrainian, you know, Swahili, no matter what language you teach, I have a process that works to help you start getting clients and making money as a teacher. So if you are a teacher, send me a message because I have a free training that I can give you. Okay. Luciana says, I'm happy that you said my name. You're welcome. Evelyn says, hi, can you give us some tips for reading? Well, it depends if you want to read out loud or if you just want to read to yourself. If you're talking about reading comprehension, which is just reading to understand, then you need to read with a dictionary, first of all. Second of all, anytime that you're reading, if you want to learn new words and want to learn new things when you're reading, you need to make sure that you already understand at least 90% of the text. So if you open up a book and you start reading the book, and on one page, the first page you open, you don't understand half the page, this book is too difficult for you, okay? It doesn't matter if you want to read this book, it's interesting. It's not going to help you. What's going to help you is reading a book where you understand 90% of the words, because research, science, shows us that we can only understand when there's 10% or even less of new information and new terminology, okay? Let's see, Aurora writes, hello there from Mexico. Hi. Isabella, I've been studying English for 6 years now. I'm about to take the FCE exam. Have you ever taken it? I have never taken the FCE exam because as a native speaker, I don't need to take English exams. But I've taught students, I've prepared them for the FCE exam, and I think that you'll be fine because you know, FCE exam, it's not as difficult as a lot of people think. It's not as difficult as the CAE or anything like that. All right, Lorena writes, I need to improve my pronunciation and accent. Great. So, Lorena, I have a course for you. So send me a message and I'll send you the link to it. It is called English Hacks, How to Speak Like a Native Speaker to Sound More Natural and to help your pronunciation, okay? Christina writes, are there any videos for teachers? Christina, I have a full program for teachers and it's free, all right? You can find the link in the video description. If you click the link, if you click the video will open up and you can read the description. You can see all the links. And if you want to find me on Instagram or on VK or YouTube or Facebook or anywhere, just all my links are right there. I'm gonna send you my link on Facebook again right now, just so you have it and you can add me to your friends or follow me. And so find me on all the different pages, Instagram, VK, YouTube, Facebook, and add me to your friends because I post stuff there about English and about teaching and everything like that. So yeah. Madalena writes, do you love what you do? I absolutely love what I do. I teach every day. And you know, I don't like it when I don't teach. I love working and I love teaching. So yes, I love what I do. Alan writes, what would be the best approach to teach someone who has only 3 hours available per week? Actually, Alan, 3 hours a week is more than what a lot of people have. So I would say that that's a good starting point. It depends on their level, Alan. It really depends on their level. It depends on their goals, what results they want to get, and when they want to get them. So if your student who only has 3 hours a week, you know, wants to take the IELTS exam in 2 weeks, it's unrealistic. You know, they're probably not going to have a lot of improvements from your 4 lessons or whatever you're going to do in 2 weeks. But Yeah, so send me a message, Alan, and I'll tell you more about that. And if you're a teacher, go to languageteachingbusiness.com. languageteachingbusiness.com, and I will show you how to make money as a teacher online, okay? Okay, let's see. Ida writes, I've been in the UK for 4 years. I can understand you clearly, but when I need to speak, I get a block. What can I do? So Ida, there's lots of reasons that people get language barriers or culture barriers or different blocks. And this is really, it really depends on you. I'll tell you this though. Every psychological block, if that's a language barrier or a culture barrier or personal barrier, it's about the person who has the block. That person is actually blocking themselves, okay? So it might be difficult to understand what that really means, but you need to be looking at yourself and thinking about changing some ideas that you have, okay? This is the block. The ideas that you have don't support what you want to do. They don't let you do what you want to do, okay? So send me a message and we can talk more about that. All right, let's see, Agatha writes, hello from Poland. Marcy writes, I'm really happy here. Great. Isabel writes, hello from Spain. Great. Okay, Isabella writes, I work with tourism and I have been in touch with lots of different accents. Already been in some awkward situations about understanding. Do you have any tips how we can understand better, how we can understand strong accents better? Yeah, so understanding different accents. First of all, you just need to speak to more people. I know you said that you've spoken to lots of people already, but you need to hear different people and you need to be flexible about what you think is right. Most of the time when it's difficult for us to understand accents, it's because we believe that words should sound in one way, but other people pronounce them differently. So this, again, makes this block for us. Okay, Alonzo writes, how should I start teaching English? I'm shy. Well, Alonzo, our training program is going to help you so much. There's a link in the description to the video. You can go to languageteachingbusiness.com and join the free teacher training for teachers who want to teach online, okay? And if you have if anybody who's watching right now has a question, you can just send me a message on Facebook, on VK, on Instagram. Just send me a message anywhere where you can find me, and I answer because I check that stuff every day. My students write me there. And by the way, if you want to study English with me, you can study English with me for just $5 a month. So let's do this. I'm going to ask you a question, and you write your answer in the comment. $5 a month. Is that expensive? Is that a good price? You get, let's see, 1, 2, 3 lessons, a worksheet, a quiz, and a video response. And sometimes we do even more lessons than that. It's just, you know, if I have time, I do more lessons. What do you think? Is that a good price? $5 a month, every month. It's not just the first month. It's not one lesson. It's not every lesson. It's $5, all of those lessons, every month. If you want to study with me for $5 a month, just send me a message that says $5, and I will tell you how to join. All right, so let's go back to some questions in the comments. Murad says hello from Morocco. Hi. Jeffrey writes, I need to speak my English a lot. Is it a good page for me? Well, Jeffrey, let me ask you this question. Are you speaking English right now? I think the answer is no. So probably this is not the best place to practice speaking English. You can hear me and I'm speaking about English. I'm speaking about different topics and answering different questions. Sometimes I teach grammar, sometimes vocabulary, sometimes, you know, for teachers, I give them advice. Because I am a teacher trainer, I have taught lots of teachers how to teach better and how to start teaching businesses. And I am an English teacher with a certification, and I'm a business, language business owner. So I've started a language center in Russia. In 2011, I started it, and it still works today. And now I live in Florida in the United States, and I manage my different teaching businesses online, and I work with people online. Yeah. So we have another question. Are you native? I am native to my home country, the United States. Yes, I am a native of the United States. All right. I think everybody is native to somewhere. All right, Aurora says, how would you improve someone who already understands pretty well but gets stuck at speaking? Good question, Aurora. So I would practice speaking with them. And there's lots of different strategies of how to practice speaking with students. A lot of people think that all you need to do is talk, and that's not true. You can see that some students just talk and talk and talk, and that's not the way to learn the language, because when we talk, it's not always correct. So we need to do specific exercises and practice certain skills to get better. So there's really a lot of different techniques and different ways that you could do this. Water is great. But yeah, there's too many of them to talk about right now, but okay, they get stuck at speaking. The number one thing that gets people stuck is motivation. The number two thing that gets people stuck is psychology. Things that they believe that aren't true, things that stop them from doing what they want. Okay? A lot of times when someone knows the language but they can't speak, they don't believe that they can be a speaker of that language. They also, number two, they also don't believe that they can form relationships with other people using that language. So there's a lot of things that we can do to break that barrier and to break that mental block, but it's hard to talk about all of them right now. We could do a whole course about that. All right, Alex says, hi teacher, glad to see and hear you. Thanks for being here, Alex. Okay, Lucas writes, hi Amerikos, I have a very specific question. I have doubts on how to describe the situation when a person renews or reforms buildings but not exactly build something new. They just renew what's already built. Can you help me with that? Okay. We could say refurbish. We could say redecorate. We could say restore if it's like an old building or old structure that's falling apart. You could restore it, and that means to make it look newer. Like we do this with archaeological structures. All right, hope that answers your question. Oh, and someone says renovate. Yep, renovate also works. Great. Okay, Michalina says, I'll find you. Uh-oh, you'll find me. That's okay, you can find me. Anybody can find me. All my links are in the description to the video. If you want to find me on Instagram, my link is there. If you want to find me on VK, on Facebook, YouTube, I have a YouTube channel for teachers, a YouTube channel for students, over 500 videos, and I have a phrasal verb video for every day. 366 phrasal verb videos on my YouTube channel. So go check that out and share that with your friends. All right, so Isabella says, do you think it's really necessary to take some classes to take the IELTS since I already feel comfortable with the language? It's, you know, I wouldn't say that it's necessary. I wouldn't say that it's obligatory. I don't think you have to do it, but some people feel better doing it. Understand this, Isabella. Learning the language and having language skills are sometimes different from test-taking skills, if you understand what I'm saying. So, yeah. Sometimes studying for the IELTS is more about preparing for taking an exam, not so much learning English. Yamir writes, what's your main language? My first language is English, and that's my only language, really. You know, a person who is bilingual speaks 2 languages, a person who's trilingual speaks 3 languages, and a person who speaks 1 language is English. So that's me. All right. Marcy says, I need to speak. Very lazy. Aye, Marcy. Aye. All right, Anna writes, hi, Chris. Hi, Anna. Raquel writes, how can I get better at grammar? Well, grammar is easy to study on your own, but you do need a good teacher or someone who is going to correct you. So you need to, you can find books online, you can find, exercises online, lots of stuff online that will help you learn grammar, but you do need someone who can correct you. So having a good teacher who understands grammar and who can correct your mistakes, that's the way to go. You need to find a teacher like that. Let's see. Alex says, I'm studying psychology. Cool, Alex. I love psychology. Aurora says, I'm pretty interested in contacting you, but I can't click on the links. Strange. So I sent some of the links, like a link to my page. I sent that in the comments. And if you want to study with me for just $5 a month, the whole month, lots of lessons, only $5 for the whole month, every month. If you want to study with me for $5 a month, send me a message that says $5. And if you're a teacher and you want to join my free teacher program that shows you how to teach online and how to make money teaching, then there's a link. If you can't click the links, send me a message. You can find me on Facebook by searching for Amerikos or Kris Amerikos. You can go to my website, languageteachingbusiness.com, or you can go to my other website, krisamerikos.com. 2 websites. And if you really can't find anything, then write it in the comments and I'll try to contact you. Okay? But it's better if you just send me a message. Great. Okay, Manuela, I understand you perfectly, but it's not so with all people that talk in English. Why? Ciao from Italy. Ooh, I lived in Italy for 2 years, in Sicily. I love Italy. Manuela, well, I am a professional teacher with 10 years of experience. That's the first thing. Second thing is, I level my language. What that means is I change how I speak so that people can understand me. I speak naturally. I don't change my accent or something like that, but I choose the words that I use so that more people can understand me, and I say the words clearly. And some English speakers don't do that. So, okay, let's see. Evelyn says, I'll tell my students to follow you. Thank you so much, Evelyn. Thank you. And if you have students, that means you're a teacher. That means you should go to the teacher training program. Really, it's free. Why not try it? I can show you how to start your own teaching business, how to start making money as a teacher online. Every teacher needs to control their own career and not depend on businesses and companies and schools and places like that, because eventually those places are not going to have a job for you, and eventually they're just not going to work anymore, because everybody will move to places where they can find many options, which is online. Okay, so Jeffrey writes, well, I did a course for 4 years ago. My question is it a good page for me? Because I need to learn more English. You got it? Sorry, Jeffrey. This page is not for speaking English, But yeah, you can learn a lot of English on this page. That's for sure. Let's see. Thiago writes, hi, Chris. I agree with you. Motivation is really important. Speaking is also an important skill. It's a pity that many learners can't express and speak. Most of them are shy or afraid of making mistakes. It's true. It's true. And as a teacher, we need to understand motivation. We need to understand the psychology of the student. Yeah. Evelyn writes, is it a good idea to correct the mistakes of my students while they're speaking, or is it better to wait until they've finished? Great question, Evelyn. You really are a teacher. I can understand. So about error correction. This question is a good one. And lots of teachers ask me this question. Actually, Evelyn, there are many, many, many ways to correct errors or mistakes. One of them is just to give signals while they're speaking. So, like a student might be speaking and speaking and speaking, and they're looking at you when they're speaking usually. They're looking at how you react to them. That's how people usually communicate with each other, right? And you can make faces like, you can make a look on your face that tells them that they said something that wasn't correct. And this helps them, and they might say, they might start thinking, okay, that wasn't correct. Okay, what do I need to say? Oh, I made that mistake. So you can signal to them to correct themselves. That's the best way. Another way is, if you don't want to interrupt them, you can just write notes, like on a piece of paper or on the board while they're speaking. Sometimes I do that. They're speaking, and I go, oh. And then I turn to them and I say, no, continue speaking, speak. And then I write the note. And then when they're done, I say, okay, great, yeah, very, very good point. Let's talk about some mistakes. Let's do some corrections. And most of the time, students want you to correct them because you're the teacher, and that's why they are there. They came to you to be corrected. A good teacher corrects students. So, Evelyn, I would say that you can wait till the end. You can correct them while they're speaking, but what you don't want to do is you don't want to interrupt the flow, all right? They have a flow of ideas when they're speaking, and you don't want to break the flow. Sometimes you can give signals while they're flowing, and they will just continue the flow and correct themselves, and that's the best way. Okay. Georgia writes something in Spanish, and I think that I have something for somebody, for her friend, Boris. So, yeah, send me a message, Boris. Let's see. Regina writes, I can understand you. Hello from Egypt. Hello from Florida. I'm very happy that you understand me. Thank you for watching. Great. Okay. Jessica writes, how old are you? Interesting question. I wonder why you're asking that. Well, I'm very open about my age, but first I want to ask you. So if you already know the answer to this question, if you know the answer, don't write anything in the chat right now, okay? If you haven't watched my videos before, you don't know who I am, how old do you think I am? Jessica is asking this question. How old am I? How old do you think I am? All right. I won't tell you immediately. I'll wait for you guys to answer in the comments. All right. Okay. Let's see some other questions. Hello from Athens, Greece. This is Eve. I'm an English teacher myself too. You're very communicative, Kris. Great work. Eve, thank you so much for that comment. Thank you for the compliment. And I have a free teacher training program that will show you how to teach online and make money teaching online. So, Eve, every teacher needs to learn this skill. And unfortunately, most teachers just learn how to teach, which is great. They need to be a great teacher. But very soon, teachers will need to be able to represent themselves as a teacher. Every teacher needs to have a brand, needs to have their own personal brand and be able to represent themselves as a professional, as an expert at what they do. And if you can do that, you're going to go up in your career. You're going to make more money. You're going to have more students. You're going to get better results for your students too. So we're going to talk about all that in the free training. So go to languageteachingbusiness.com or click the link in the description to the video. And if you are a student and you want to study English with me, you can study with me for $5 a month. Just send me a message that says $5. Okay? Okay, I use daily English in my work. I have problems with words. What's the best way to remember more? Ilona writes. Wow. Well, this is a big question. It's about memory. And the short answer is mnemonic devices. So you might not know what that means, but it means that when you try to remember something, you need to make a story about this thing. And you need to make a story that's about your life and about this thing and connects these two ideas, your life and this thing. That's my short answer. The long answer is there's 6 or 7 different ways that you can memorize, you can remember things, and we've talked about that in a different video. I do these videos maybe once every week or month or when I have time. We talked about that before. So go to my YouTube channel and you can find all of the other videos. Agatha writes, I can't add you to my friends. Facebook says you have more than 5,000 friends. Okay. Sorry guys, I've reached the friend limit. You can follow me. Just follow my page and then you'll still get a notification every time that I do one of these videos, okay? So go to my page and click follow instead of clicking add. And when you're on my page, just send me a message too. Send me a message. Say, hey Chris, I saw your video. I'm a teacher or I'm a student or whatever, okay? Let's see. Someone says hello from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Hi. Let's see, what else? Sarah writes, can you tell me what does the gift of the Magi mean? Magi or Magi? This is about a very magical person. This is like a wizard. So this is probably from a computer game or a video game. I need the context in order to tell you correctly. Okay, Fabio writes, can we say something about the articles in English? We can, but that's a very long discussion. I have a free course about articles. You can go to, let's see, on my website, I have a free course about helping verbs. And on my YouTube channel, I have a free course about articles. So go to my YouTube channel and subscribe there. Okay, let's see. Ale writes, do you think it's possible for a high number course students learn to speak English, taking into account they're not motivated since they do not care of anything because they're teens who do not care about anything? Whew, okay. Well, why don't they care? That's the first question. The second question is, what is their teacher doing that makes them not care or that stops them from caring? All right? Because a good teacher can motivate students. A good teacher, a top 1% teacher, can motivate people. That's what a teacher should do. To teach people a new skill, they need to motivate them. And so if you want to learn how to motivate people, motivate your students, and then send me a message, okay? Okay, I see another question here. Okay, first I'm going to answer Jessica. She says, you look so young, but you keep saying you have 10 years of experience, so I don't know. I would say you're 33 years old. Well, very close, Jessica. I am 31 years old. 31. Okay, Bruno writes, why don't you answer my question, dude? Well, Bruno, I'm answering your question right now. Just explain for us your point of view about what is fluency in your opinion. Okay, Bruno, fluency in my opinion. Fluency in my opinion is this, Bruno. Fluency is when you believe that you speak a language. And not only you believe that you speak the language, but things in your mind, in your life, change. So other people can see you and understand that, aha, yeah, I agree, he speaks the language, okay? So to become a speaker of that language. It doesn't mean that you can just say, I believe I speak, right? You have to really believe it. And when you believe it, that means now if you don't know something, you really need to solve that problem. You need to learn that. And then you have the motivation to do it. That's fluency, okay? Fluency is knowing that you speak it, knowing that you're a speaker, and living your life in the way that makes that true. Other people notice it, that makes you fluent. So, for example, I know English students or English speakers who know 5,000 words. That's a lot. They know 5,000 words, they know what they all mean, they know lots of grammar, but they can't speak. They just don't believe that they are able to do that. They don't believe they're good at it. They don't think they're English speakers. So in other words, they're not fluent. But I know other people who know 500 words. It's not that many. I know people who know 500 words in English, and they really believe that they can talk to anybody, that they can speak, that they don't have any fear. They don't have any block or barrier. They are fluent. When they meet English speakers, they are more fluent than the guy who knows 5,000 and has a barrier. So that's what being fluent means. Okay, Bruno, I hope that helps to answer your question. Alessandra, do you hold one-to-one or small group conversation lessons on Skype? Yes, I do, Alessandra. Send me a message. Send a message to my personal page, and I will send you the link. Or you can go to my website, krisamerikos.com. And anybody who wants to study with me can study with me for $5 a month. If you're a student and you want to learn English, you can study with me for $5 a month. Send me a message that says $5, and I will tell you how to do that, okay? Just send a message to my personal page. You can find my link in the comments. You can find my link in the description to the video. All right, let's see. Fernando writes, I like your classes, good explanations. I'm from Argentina. Hi, I like Argentina. I've been to Buenos Aires. I like that city, cool place. Patty writes, can you tell us, please, how can we learn more English slang? And someone asks, what's your native language? My native language is English. So Patty, to learn slang, first of all, slang is not very important. Let me say that first, okay? Second of all, if you want to learn slang, watch American TV shows, watch films, and read what people write on English forums and chat rooms and things like that, okay? Because people on the internet, they usually write how they speak. It's not like in emails. On Facebook, people write how they speak. Let's see, Ale writes, thanks for the answer. I'm from Paraguay. We'll be in touch. Awesome, Ali. I look forward to getting a message from you. And right now, I see that a few people have tried to add me, and I don't see any new. Okay, there. I see 5 new messages. So if you want to study English with me for $5 a month, send me a message that says $5. If you're a teacher, send me a message, and I will tell you about teacher training. And if you want to get my free training program about how to make money teaching online, then you can go to languageteachingbusiness.com. All right, so there's a lot of comments, a lot of questions happening right now, and that makes me really happy. Unfortunately, I cannot answer everybody's questions, and I have already been doing this video for about 45 minutes, so that means I'm going to have to end the video now, guys, but I will be back. I don't know when. If you want a regular schedule, if you want regular English lessons, then go to my website, join our course, study with me for $5 a month, send me a message that says $5, and I'll tell you how to do that. And if you have any other questions, you can follow me or add me on Facebook. Whoa, I need some more water. Follow me or add me on Facebook, and we can study English together, or I'll answer any question that you have, all right? Yeah, so thanks a lot for watching today. And as always, let me remind you that if we have better teachers in the world, we will have better students. And if we have better students, we will have a better world. And that's why we do this. So thank you guys so much for helping to make the world better by learning about culture and language. All right, have a great day, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Okay?